Hi everyone, it's me. Welcome to today's video. Today we are doing our monthly TBR. So far this year, for January and February, I have put the final decision of my monthly TBRs to someone else. So in January, you guys helped choose my TBR. In February, my husband helped choose my TBR. And now in March, we are going to put the decision in some booktubers' hands. So what we're gonna do is our normal TBR prompts. We're gonna pick 5 prompts, and for each prompt we're going to choose 2 books that would fit that prompt, and then we're going to have some amazing booktubers make those final decisions and vote between the 2 books that I chose for each prompt, and that will be my final TBR. So let's just first start with choosing 2 for each of the 5 prompts that I picked from the jar. We obviously have to do our little wand mix as usual to get all those prompts nice and mixed up and unstuck. But anyways, let's pick our first prompt. Also, you guys, my TBR is overflowing. So my birthday was in February, so I just received a lot of books as gifts. I also went on my birthday book shopping spree. So not only do we have a full TBR cart, but we have 2 stacks of books beside it that don't fit on the cart. So we have a lot to choose from this month. So that makes things just even more exciting. Speaking of TBRs, I just want to take a second to talk about one of my favorite ways to grow my TBR. And I can't believe I am saying this right now, but I would absolutely love to thank Book of the Month for sponsoring this part of the video. You guys know at this point that I am obsessed with Book of the Month. I have been talking about Book of the Month for like my entire booktube journey. I've been using Book of the Month for like, I don't know, 1.5 years, maybe even close to 2 years at this point. And I just look forward to my Book of the Month every single month. When you get this blue box in the mail, it is a feeling of joy like no other. So if you don't know what Book of the Month is, it is a book subscription service where every month you get to pick a brand new hardcover book from a curated list. And one of the really fun parts about it is that they spotlight new and emerging authors that you may or may not have heard about. So I have discovered so many of like my new favorite authors through Book of the Month, like Kristen Hanna I found through Book of the Month, Adrienne Young I also found through Book of the Month with The Unmaking of June Farrow. The Ministry of Time last year ended up being one of my favorite reads, and that was a Book of the Month pick. And you guys know with these TBR videos, sometimes I find myself very indecisive, and it's difficult sometimes with like all the options out there to search for my next read that I know is going to be good. So I love the curated Book of the Month list. And then something I also love about Book of the Month is that if you chose a book and then the next month you're like, oh no, I kind of regret not choosing that other one too, you can also choose books from previous months as add-ons. And additionally, if you can't settle on one book from the curated list, you can choose to have add-ons onto your Book of the Month package where you can get more than 1 book a month, which is even better. So for this month, I actually grabbed 2 books. The first one, Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stevens. This one sold me with, you know when sometimes like on Goodreads or on any marketing blurb, they'll say like, this book is for fans of blank and blank. This one actually said for fans of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and This Is How You Lose the Time War. And you guys know, like, I am an Addie LaRue super fan. I was just completely sold. So this one follows Evelyn, who has been like reincarnated over and over and over again. And she, I guess, like remembers all of her reincarnations. In every single one of her lives, she gets hunted by a devil named Arden. And so she really wants to stay in this life and not get hunted by this devil. So she has to find the devil before the devil finds her and like figure out why this devil is hunting her and try to stop it. I'm so excited to read this one. So that is Our Infinite Fates. And then my second pick is Promise Me Sunshine. This is the new release by Cara Bastone, who is the author of Ready or Not. And that book I actually haven't read, but I've heard so many good things about, and I definitely do want to pick it up. But when I saw that Cara Bastone had a new release, this one definitely got me really interested. So this one is a romance. It follows Lenny, and Lenny is at the beginning of the book mourning the loss of her best friend. She starts like picking up these babysitting gigs, and then through those babysitting gigs she meets the kid she's babysitting's uncle named Miles, I think. Yeah, Miles. And surprisingly, Miles actually knows a lot about grief, and they go through this journey together and go through a healing process together. And then there's a romance, a budding romance in here as well. I've heard really good things about Cara Bastone with how she sort of, I guess, similar to Abby Jimenez or Emily Henry, is really good at blending romances with this more like just general contemporary fiction or literary fiction aspect and tying together these themes of healing, of trauma, and everything like that. I love that genre, and so I'm really excited to try Kara Bestone for the first time, discover a new author. That is Promise Me Sunshine. So those are my 2 book of the month picks. And every month I also get a cute book of the month bookmark, which I love. I know you guys have been hearing me talk about book of the month literally forever, but if you've been wanting to join book of the month, now is definitely your time. You can head to bookofthemonth.com and you can grab your first book for $9.99 with the code CLOVER. Definitely take a look at the March picks. They all look amazing. These were the 2 that spoke to me the most this month. Thank you, book of the month, so much. I still can't believe it. I'm still like kind of in disbelief. I love book of the month so much. So forever grateful. Definitely check book of the month out. Let's get into picking our March TBR. What is our first prompt? Ooh, okay. I don't think I've gotten this one before, but a green cover. Definitely this one. Oh my god, I have a lot of green covers. First, I have The King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. This is part of the Grishaverse. If you've read Shadow and Bone, it is Nikolai's duology. And I just finished the Shadow and Bone trilogy this past month. And so I'm really hoping to get into this duology because Nikolai is one of my favorite characters in this universe. I think he is my favorite character in this universe. So King of Scars, that's definitely an option. This one's definitely very green. This one I think is Faye, I think. It's like a Holly Black-esque, and there's something about a hunt. I think it's kind of woodsy. That's all I kind of know about this one, but I've heard really good things about this book as well, so there's that. Calm Lake by Anne Patchett. I've had this book on my TBR for so long, and I've wanted to pick it up so many times, but I just have not done it. So definitely need to be getting into that at some point soon. Guava and Grudges by Alex Castellanos. This is another one that I've had for a little while now. I feel like I want to read this book in the summer. Guava, I feel like, is a fruit that I would enjoy more in the summer. Like, it belongs in a hot climate, and so I don't know if this is very wintry. So I'm gonna say maybe not this one for now. The Capital of Dreams by Heather O'Neill. This one's kind of like greeny, turquoisey with pink. This one is actually a book that my friend Lori gifted to me over Christmas, and it sounds really good. It's another very like magical story. So that's definitely an option as well. And then I have Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home. I finally got a hold of a copy of this, and so this could be a series that I could also continue on with. I think I'm gonna do these 2 as the options for my green book, King of Scars and The Long Way Home. I just obviously for this one I want to finish some series or continue on in some series, make some progress, and then for King of Scars I just want to read more about Nikolai and like go back to the Grishaverse now that I'm done Shadow and Bone. So those are my 2 options for a green book. Prompt number 2, let's see. All right, we have a pink prompt that's very tightly bundled and folded. How am I going to open this? Oh, this one says picked by Huffy. So I guess he'll just choose 2 books and we'll go from there. You know what? I don't even know where he is right now. He's left the house. We'll get back to this one later. So we know that we have a prompt where Huffy has to choose. Oh, I got another cover prompt, something with a blue cover. You are blue, you are kind of blue. These are definitely bluish. Okay, we've got a bunch of blue. So Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I guess this one you could, is it turquoise? It's kind of blue. I feel like it's more blue than like green, but it's definitely like in the middle somewhere, but I'm gonna count it as blue. I really want to read this one. I obviously love Kristen Hanna, and I've heard really amazing things about Firefly Lane, so that is an option for sure. I also have The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. This is another series that I have been seeing like everyone around me read. I feel like every booktuber I watch has recently read this book. I've also never read a Lynette Noni book before, so that could be a new author to try. I don't think I'm gonna be getting into this one this month. I'm just not ready, but The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson is definitely blue. I'm just gonna put this back. We're not getting into that this month, but at some point it'll happen. I just can't do it right now with everything else that's going on. Oh, you know what else is blue? Oh my god, there are so many blue books. Is that blue? No, I'm gonna call that purple. Daughter of the Moon Goddess is blue too. This is another duology that I've had on my shelf for so long. I actually have this one and the sequel both on my TBR already, so this is another one I have to get into, and I've heard really good things about this duology. House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune, another book that I've been wanting to get into, and another author that I've been wanting to try. Great and Precious Things by Rebecca Yarros, a little contemporary moment. This one I feel like would be good if I want to cry, because Rebecca Yarros does not leave me dry-eyed for any of her books. There's also The Natural by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, but I don't know if I want to get into another big series. I think this one's pretty long. right? Or is it only a trilogy? For some reason, I just have the impression that this book is like 7 books. On the front page here, it says there are 4 books and a novella in this natural series. So I don't know, this one, The Phoenix Keeper, I think some of you have read this book based on like my description of it when I pulled this book. So I really want to get into it. It's like a cozy zoo fantasy. And I think there's a queer romance in here as well. So Mad Woman by Chelsea Beaker. I've heard really, really good things about this one as well. And I have A Short Walk Through a Wide World by Douglas Westerby. This one is marketed as if you loved Addie LaRue, you would love this book. So I'm definitely curious to see what this one is about. Out of all of these, oh my God, I don't know. I don't know which one. There's definitely like a bunch of standalones in here that would be good, but I'm so curious about The Prison Healer. So I think that's gonna be one of the two, and then maybe Firefly Lane as like a standalone, and like these 2 books are very different from each other, so it'd be interesting to see what booktubers would choose out of these 2. Okay, yeah, these are gonna be my 2 for a blue book. They're definitely very different shades of blue, but they're both blue, okay? Okay, we're on our 3rd prompt. I haven't heard Huffy come home yet, so I don't know where he is. Maybe if he if he doesn't come home by the time I have picked my last book, we're just gonna do another prompt because he already chose my books in February, so I don't know if he deserves to choose again this month. We need to give him a little break. The Longest Series. Oh man. I feel like the Mime order, because this is the 2nd book in the Bones season series, and there are 7 books slated for this one and 5 released so far. So this is definitely a really long series. This has to be one of the options. How long is Ember in the Ashes? I feel like this one's 4. Magnolia Parks is 5 so far. There's gonna be 6, but I already have The Long Way Home as an option, so I don't think I'm gonna choose another one of those. I'm not gonna do this, okay? I'm not gonna do this. I know there are like 4 books in this series so far, or 5, but from what I've heard, it's technically like kind of 2 series. Like the first part of it is its own trilogy, and then it continues after that. So I'm gonna be calling that a trilogy, and I'm not gonna be picking that one. I think it's going to have to be The Final Gambit. And I know I just eliminated The Way of King because it's like an original trilogy plus like a 2nd part, and the same thing goes for this series, but it's a series I'm already in the middle of and I want to finish it. So this is the 3rd book in the Inheritance Games series. There is like an original trilogy, and then there's a 4th book that kind of goes along with the original series, and then there's a spin-off after that. So this is kind of a 4-book series, you could say. So I'm gonna do these 2 selections for the longest series on my TBR. All right, next prompt. Oh, what? Is this jar on my side right now? This one just says book in a series. It's as simple as that, a book in a series, okay? Let's just shift you a little. So all the series I could continue are up here. I've already pulled a bunch of them, that's why it's looking a little emptier. But what other series could I get into? Ooh, definitely want to read Four Ruined Realms. This is the 2nd book in the 5 Broken Blades series, just released in January, and I haven't gotten around to reading it yet. Should I do Jade City? Because I feel like these ones, oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna do this one. I want to do Her Radiant Curse by Elizabeth Lim. This is the prequel that belongs in the 6 Crimson Cranes series, and I've read the original duology, but I haven't read this one yet. And if I read this one, I will have finished this world. So I think this one's a good one. So I think I'm gonna choose these 2 for in a series. And Huffy, I haven't heard him come home yet. So we are going to choose another prompt. Huffy is not allowed to choose. He already had his time to shine, okay? Oh, a viral book. Oh, this one's gonna be fun. See, I feel like viral to me sometimes means something a little bit different, because I don't know, I watch like certain booktubers, certain book talkers, and so like the books that they talk about a lot are the ones that are viral to me, but I don't know if they're like necessarily viral, if that makes sense. We're gonna do our best here. I feel like I've picked already like the most viral ones for my other prompts. Like I don't have anything like Quicksilver or something on my TBR right now. So I picked a couple that I've just been seeing a lot of recently on social media. Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. I feel like this has like viral quality. I know a lot of people read this series, and Elsie Silver in general is just a very popular romance author. So that's that could be kind of viral. I've seen a lot of people recently talking about First Time Caller by BK Borison. Again, I don't know if it's like viral, but I've just like seen a lot of people talk about it, probably because it's a new release. I pulled Blood Over Bright Haven by Emma Wang. This one's definitely viral currently, at least in my circles, but I'm actually gonna read this before March because I really want to get to it. So I'm not gonna put this as an option in this TBR video because I'm gonna read it sometime between I'm filming this TBR video and before the month ends. House in the Cerulean Sea. I feel like this could be considered viral. Like a lot of people have read it, a lot of people talk about it, and so that's definitely something viral. I pulled The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, kind of just because I really want to read this book, but also because I have been hearing a lot of people talk about it. Again, I don't know if this could be considered viral. It's just like something that a lot of people have included in like their top books of 2024 lists and stuff like that. So I feel like I've been hearing about this book a lot recently. And I've also been seeing a lot in the Red Rising series. I feel like I could definitely call this one viral. I feel like everyone has been talking about it. It's on TikToks, it's on YouTube videos, it's everywhere. So you know what, should I just see on Goodreads like how many people have read these books, and then we'll just pick the one with the most reads because I feel like that makes sense. Oh, this only has 136,000 reviews. Okay, so probably not that one. Okay, 784,000. So this one's definitely an option. Okay, First Time Caller I feel like is not gonna have that many, but again, just because it's like a newer release, like people haven't had time to read it yet. Oh yeah. 6,000. 568,000. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty high. The Night Circus, how many? Oh! I mean, it could just be because this book has been around for a long time, but over 1 million ratings on The Night Circus. So you know what? I don't care if this one's not actually currently viral, but 1 million people have rated it on Goodreads. That's viral enough in my eyes. It was probably viral at one point, right? Like maybe I just missed the prime of it. So the two with the highest numbers on Goodreads, House in the Cerulean Sea and The Night Circus. Okay, so we have all of our selections. So just to go over everything, for our green book, we have these two. For our blue book, we have these two. For longest series, we have these two. And for just any book in a series, we have these two. And for viral book, we have these two. So I'm gonna send all of these to a bunch of booktubers. We're gonna see which ones they pick, and then we're gonna like tally up votes from booktubers to make the final decision of what is going to go on my March TBR. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the showdown. I can't wait to see like what everyone picks. But yeah, I'm gonna send a couple of DMs and I will see you when all the votes are in. It is several hours later, as you can see from the light quality. But I've received all of the replies from all of the amazing booktubers that I reached out to help me for this video. So we're gonna go through the 7 booktubers that are helping me with this decision. They have all put in votes for each pairing of books, and so we're gonna see who won. Oh my God, I'm literally so excited. So we're gonna see what Freya picked for me first. So if you guys don't know who Freya is, she is literally amazing. She reads, I feel like she reads a lot of the same books that I do, and we have very like eerily similar book taste. She also just like, she's ethereal. She's like magic herself. I don't know, there's something about her that is so fairy. Like I swear she is a real life fae. And yeah, she has very similar book taste to me. So I'm really curious to see like out of these ones, which she picked. I think if there's one that I know for sure she's picked for me, it is The Prison Healer. Let's see what Freya chose for me. For our green book, she chose The Long Way Home. For blue book, she chose The Prison Healer, obviously. For the longest series, she chose The Mime Order. For any book in a series, she chose Four Ruined Realm. And then for viral book, she chose House in the Cerulean Sea. All right, first round of votes are in. I am really excited about those choices. Yeah, you guys definitely need to check out her channel because again, she reads literally the same books that I read and like likes literally the same books that I like. Next up, we have Olive from Olive's Book Nook. Kind of similar to Freya, we have like oddly similar book taste. I feel like 98% of the time we have the same thoughts about the same books. Also, I love her videos. They're like top quality. I don't know like what kind of wizardry she does with her camera and her lighting and her angles, but like this girl knows how to set up a camera and like light a shot. Like all of her videos are so aesthetically pleasing. They're so calming. She has like a very, just like a calming presence. Again, another one of my comfort YouTubers. I never skip a video. Okay, what did Olive choose for me? I think my prediction is she's definitely gonna choose the Night Circus. Like 100% she's gonna choose the Night Circus. Let's see. Blue book, she chose Firefly Lane. That's evening out the blue book category. We're tied so far. I did that out of order, but for green book, she chose King of Scars. Oh my god, so that one's tied up now too. Longest series, she chose the Mime Order as well. For any other book in a series, she chose her Radiant Curse. Oh my god, so many ties. Okay, this makes things even more exciting. And then for viral book, obviously she chose the Night Circus. I knew she was gonna choose that one. Things are getting intense. Okay, thank you Olive so much. Third up, we have Ellen Catherine. I love Ellen and her videos. She gives like just pure bestie energy. Whenever I watch her videos, I just feel like I'm hanging out literally with a best friend. And it's really funny because I feel like, honestly, to be completely honest, I feel like Ellen and I have very different book tastes. Like books that she loves, I will not love so much, and books that I love, sometimes she won't love them as much. So I feel like we have such different book tastes, but I still love watching her videos because they're so comforting. It just feels like hanging out with a friend. So I love Ellen, another comfort booktuber for me. And also if you love romance books, Ellen knows about romance books, like way more than I do. Anyways, what did Ellen choose? What was the first one? Green book, King of Scars. Okay, Nikolai's coming up in lead. Honestly, I feel like I would have guessed that Ellen would have picked The Long Way Home over King of Scars. Maybe I don't know this about you, Ellen, but maybe you're a Nikolai girly too. Blue book, Firefly Lane. Longest series, The Mime Order. Ooh, Inheritance Games not getting any love. For the other series book, Four Ruined Realm. And for viral book, The Night Circus. Okay, I feel like some books are like starting to get decided, but then others are still like, they could go either way. So thank you, Ellen, so much. You're literally the best. Okay, we have votes from Faith of Faith's Reading Thing. Faith is just one of those like cool people. There's something about Faith that I just think she's the coolest person in the world, and like I strive to be someone that cool, but I will never be someone as cool as Faith. It's not in the cards for me. I'm not a cool person. But Faith is. I'm actually really curious to see what books she's gonna choose for me because I feel like she is a lover of thrillers and then like cozy fantasy, which I love that vibe for her, like the intense thrillers to the cozy fantasies. So real that we need those mood switches. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what Faith will choose. Green book, King of Scars. Blue book, Prison Healer. I feel like I knew that was coming. Longest series, Final Gambit. Okay. Other book in a series, Four Ruined Realms. I think that one just about decided too. I guess I've asked 7 booktubers, so once one hits 4, that's basically decision made. So we're very close with that one. And then for viral book, The Night Circus. Thank you so much, Faith. You're literally the coolest person that I know, and I don't even know you, really. But I kind of feel like I do because I watch your videos. See, I say things like that, and that's what makes me not as cool as Faith. Who's next? Lottie is next. So Lottie is just like so comforting to watch. I love her videos, similar to Olive, very podcast style, very like long form. She also has like a really fancy podcast looking mic, so her audio quality is like top notch, and she is wonderful, absolutely wonderful as well. So for green book, she chose The Long Way Home. Blue book, Firefly Lane. Longest series, she chose The Final Gambit. And she said because it's very satisfying to finish a series. Totally, so real for that, love that. For the other series books, she said her Radiant Curse because that's on her TBR, so she wants to see my review on it. Okay. Love that as well. And for viral books, she said this is the toughest choice out of all of them. She said it'll be House in the Cerulean Sea because it's so sweet, lighthearted. Oh, and also she said because I have some other heavier books in the mix, so it'd be nice to like freshen up the vibes and keep things light for the last one. Oh, I love that so much. Oh, and I didn't even tell you guys why she chose the first two. So green, she chose The Long Way Home because Magnolia Parks is one of her favorite series ever, and she especially really loves after the third book. It takes it up a notch. And she chose Firefly Lane for blue book because it was one of her favorite reads of 2024. Love that. Thank you so much, Lottie, and also thank you for like supplying your reasons for why you chose everything. I absolutely love seeing the thought process. Oh, we have Cassidy. Okay, so Cassidy from Covers with Cass is also an amazing booktuber along with everyone else in this video, but Cassidy really loves romantasy. So if you are a romantasy reader, Cassidy's your girl, because like I don't think I've ever seen anyone who knows more about romantasy than Cassidy does. She's also like just the type of person who is like so bubbly. I feel like in every single one of her videos, she just has like this positive, radiant energy. Like she's just the bubbliest person I've ever seen. Even if she's saying, I don't know, a negative review on a book or something, she says it with a smile and she's always so positive. And yeah, her channel's just good vibes. So that's Cassidy. Definitely go check her out as well. But for her book choices, green book, she chose King of Scars. We have another Nikolai girly on our hands, and I think that was the 4th vote for King of Scars. So that is officially the pick for green book. I'm so excited. Story Magnolia, not gonna get to you just quite yet, but I'm so excited to see Nikolai again. Okay, blue book, Prison Healer, which ties up the blue book category. So our final booktuber is going to make that decision for us. Longest series, Mime Order. I'm so excited to go on in this series because I loved the Bone season, and I feel like I'm also starting to get to the point where I need to get back into it or I'm gonna forget everything and I'm not gonna know what's going on. So I think this is a good month, like the perfect month to get back into it. For the other series, she said her Radiant Curse, making that another tied category. So our last booktuber is gonna confirm that choice for us. And for viral book, The Night Circus. The Night Circus one, I'm so excited to read this book, you guys. Those are all of Cassidy's votes. Thank you, Cassidy, so much. Again, check out her channel. And then our 7th booktuber, the final booktuber and the one who will be making some of those final decisions for us, is Abagayil. Now, Abagayil is newer to booktube. She is more of a book talker, and that's where I found her, or like that's where I came across her content. And she recently started making YouTube videos, so definitely go check her out. And she's actually also from Toronto. So I actually met her at the Onyx Tour Minute Release Party, and she's the sweetest person ever. Definitely go check out Abagayil. Let's see what she's picked for me. For green book, the decision has already been decided, but Abagayil did make it a little bit of a closer decision by voting for Long Way Home. Blue book, she said The Prison Healer. Sorry, Firefly Lane, but we're gonna be reading Prison Healer this month. I'm so excited to get into that series. The Mime Order was already chosen for the longest series, but Abagayil chose The Final Gambit to make that one a little bit of a closer decision. And to decide the other series book, oh, she voted for her Radiant Curse. Plot twist, I really thought Four Ruined Realms was gonna win that one, but okay, it's gonna be her Radiant Curse, which is good because that's gonna help me complete that series or like that world. And for viral book, we've already decided The Night Circus, but Abagayil also voted for The Night Circus, so that one really wins by a landslide. There we have it. So our 5 books, let me grab them. They're all just here in front of me. So these are the 5 books on my March TBR selected by all of the wonderful booktubers that have helped me with this video. I'm really excited for this stack. This looks so good. Like honestly, I don't think I've ever been more like overall excited about a TBR than this month. These are all solid picks. I'm gonna make a reading vlog tackling some of this TBR. So in the comments, let me know out of this stack which ones you are like the most excited to see me read out of these 5 selected. And I'll prioritize reading those ones first in my reading vlog. That's it. Thank you to my TBR jar. Thank you to Freya, Ellen, Lottie, Faith, Abagayil, Cassidy, and Olive for helping me with this video. Please go check out all of their channels. Those are like a big chunk of the booktubers that I personally watch, so if I love them, you're probably gonna love them too. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like and a comment. If you don't know what to comment down below, again, let me know out of this stack which ones you're the most excited to see me read. If you like me, subscribe, do that bell thing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!